I'm Ron Paulk, and that's the Smart Woodshop. It's complete, finished, done. You want to take a look in it? Wait, before I do that, I want to show you this space that I've been working in, building my benches and building the Smart Woodshop. You hear that echo? It's empty. If you look at my past videos, you know that there were shelves lined in here and big toolboxes. And now, that's video gear there, not tools. That's all the materials I own anywhere. I have none stored anywhere else. I have the Moreland Company Ultralight 3/4, a couple sheets left. Their Ultraply XL, the 1/4 inch, the 1/2 inch Ultralight, and most of that material is going to go to build myself a total station. As you know, if you've been following along with Smart, Art, the previous workshop, went with my total station, which I have missed. So next up for me is to build a total station. So it'll be built out of the Moreland Ultralight 1/2 inch plywood, and I'm excited about that. These are jigs for building the Paulk workbench and the Paulk total station, and those are, and some for the awesome rolling toolbox are Smart, and these are also jigs for that. So those are jigs. This is some vinyl, a roll that I scored years ago that I use for my pads. I cut it up. You've seen that in other videos. So I'm hanging on to that. I'm going to cut it up into a whole bunch of pads and stack a couple of boxes up. Over here, there's stuff up on the loft, but that's not mine. It belongs to the owner. I have one basketball hoop, which is mine. My truck, which is currently empty. And then I have the original Paulk workbench. If you watch the very first video, I've got about 540 videos up now. Number one, that was a workbench, and it's been difficult to let it go. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I think I'm going to give it to my daughter, and it'll stay in the family. I'm going to replace it with a Paulk workbench 2, which is far improved, and I'm able to build it out of the ultralight plywood. That bench, even though it's out here, fits in the trailer. Every tool I own, backstock of materials, nails, everything, 100% in an 8 by 12 V-nose trailer from Mission Trailers, a beautiful aluminum trailer. And yes, I will hook it up to the truck, maybe this weekend, and if I do, I'll take you along with the GoPro and take it to the truck scales and weigh it, and I'll show it to you on the video so you'll see. All right, you ready to take a look in it now? Now this is just a quick peek. This is not a tour. I promise you, as part of the video series which is coming, I will do a detailed tour and open all the drawers and show you everything. I just want to show you the finished product because you've been following along. It's been a long process. Now normally it wouldn't be plugged in, but I left it plugged in. I'm going to go back to using it. I got to build the benches, but the trailer is done. Now for demonstration purposes, I loaded in the paint tools box. All of my paint tools, including my pump, fit in here. Of course, tarps and things like that are in the trailer, other paint tools that I use for more than just paint. But paint-specific tools, coveralls, respirators, paint brushes, they're all in here. This is on wheels, and it's got a handle, and I just pull it right out. I just rolled it right in. The second one behind it, identical, my tile tools, same thing. The tile saw is in there, all the tile specific stuff is in there. Behind that, or my table saws. In fact, these two I will be leaving in my garage. I will only take these to the job when it's time to do paint or time to do tile. But I just wanted to show you that if I were going a long distance to a job and I wanted to take everything and I was going to be there for months, like maybe I'm doing buy a house and I want to refurb it to resell, then I would just load everything and take it in the trailer and everything would stay there till I'm done. But while I'm working here, these things are just going to stay here by the workbench. Now the workbench, it fits on top of the table saws behind this. I did not make a place for the 8-foot bench. I made a place for the total station. This is not a total station. It's a Paulk compact bench, but it's the identical size. And then the Paulk compact bench will go here. So I'm going to replace both of these, and these will go away. And again, that one's going to go away, and I'll have another one built. So I will still have 3 benches, and I can take them all to the job at the same time when necessary. Remember, I don't have anything in my pickup truck. And I got a canopy coming for that in a couple of weeks. And it'll have racks on top of it as well. So as I've got racks up here with my ladders and my wall jacks, my proctors. Typically, this is how the Smart Woodshop will travel. So I still have all of this space here in the aisle that I'm not using. I've not filled every bin, and I'll go through that in the detailed video, and I still have room in some of the drawers. But when I get to a job, and remember, my thing is I don't want things in boxes, I don't want things locked down, so I want things as passive as possible. I want to keep my table saws from shifting back. So I did this on Art, the Awesome Rolling Toolbox as well, but I just have a chunk of plywood that fits in the drawer holes, and it just stays in the trailer. Of course, first I would have the Paulk workbench laying on top of those, and so I would pull it out first, but it's already out. Even if I were going to a small job just for an hour or two, you see that taking the things out of the aisle so that I can access the trailer, get my power cord out and do all that stuff, literally a minute to pull them out and set them on the side. You just put them, if I'm working on the edge of a street or a driveway, just put them right beside the trailer and they're fine where they are, and then I have full access. I just run out my cord, plug it in so I have power, and I have access to all my tools. Typically though, I'm on larger jobs, so then I'd be setting up my benches and getting out my big tools, but everything is in here, including you saw me take the Blum press. Now that is another project. It's going to go on a roll-around cart that's going to have drawers so I can have hinges and different tools for that. And then that'll change things a bit because it'll take a little more space, and those 2 bins will you know, they fill the length of space. So I'll work that out. Most likely something would go in the back of the pickup, not a table saw. I don't want to lift those, but I could possibly put the tile or the paint bin in the back of the truck. And if I didn't want to do that, then the trash cans, which are lighter, and the hand truck, that'll be about the same dimension as the cart for the Bloom. So I could put those in because they're light, and then roll that cart in and roll then the tile in. So I could get everything in here. So those who doubted, I build big, expensive custom homes, and I have a lot of tools, a lot more than average, and they're all in here. So it doesn't take a 14, a 16, an 18. This is a 12-footer. Now, granted, it's wider than Art was. Art was 7 feet wide. That extra width made the space a lot more usable. Well, if you've enjoyed following along in this process, I promised a full video series from start to finish. It's still in front of me to edit. The videos were captured. Now I need to go back and do that, so it will come. So if you're interested, make sure you subscribe and ring the bell. Also, in the meantime, while I am editing those videos, I'm going to get the whole package edited before I release video 1. So I'll know how long the series is and can say video 1 of whatever. I'm going to do some other videos that I've been interested in. I have a fair amount of tools and organizational stuff that I want to tell you about. And so I'll drop down and do those shorter videos so that my channel doesn't go dark for weeks on end. In fact, you've noticed I haven't been running the camera for about a week, so it's been a while. But I got a lot of interesting stuff to tell you about, and I'll tell you about one right now, and I'll maybe do more detail later. I got this coil hose from Flexzilla. I normally run a hard gas pipe line, black iron line, and put taps right here, and then had in art, if you remember, this, and I've had these over the years. Now these are decent quality, American made, but I decided to save the money and the time and the space I'm putting in the iron and just hook a coil hose up to the compressor directly, because I have 2 taps on the compressor. And all I need it for is cleaning my tools off and keeping the trailer cleaned up and those kind of things. And you know, if I'm using a nail gun here on the bench. And so I can pull that out and I don't have to bother with a black iron, plus I don't have the cord hanging here, and it stores nice and neat back there. But this didn't work because these, and again, they say US made, and they've got these nice springy ends and they seem like good quality. And I've had a number of these. When you pull these tight, of course my compressor's facing the other way, so it's plugged in that way. When you pull these tight, they crimp. And so it pinches off the air, and I was always fighting that. So those are gone. And for just a few bucks more, I was able to get a good quality Flexzilla. It's got a 16-foot tail on the use end and an 8-foot tail on the compressor end, and the material just does not crimp. And I've stretched it all the way out using it out here in the shop. I love this thing, and plus it saved me buying the black iron. Any tools that I get and use, particularly for smart, I'm putting a link to them in my Aunt Ron's Amazon store, and there's a link to it down below. If you go there and you purchase by going through that link, Amazon gives us a little kickback. It's not a lot, but it really helps support the time it takes to put into making these videos. So I appreciate it if you do that. And I've got a lot of other organizational stuff and tool stuff that I've been impressed with. Now I will tell you this, I buy a lot, because of this, and because I'm doing this for more than just me, I'm doing this to figure out all the bugs so you don't have to. So I bought some things that I got them, I should have sent them back, but I didn't. Organizational stuff that looked cool, they didn't work out. Those aren't in my store. The things that I put in my store are only things that I personally use and like. As always, right there, thumbs up if you like these videos, thumbs down if you don't. Give me something. Thanks for taking the time to watch. Have a great day.